So in the previous video, we had a look at how to index into an array. This time we're going to have a look at how to slice into an array. So let's set up a test array. So test equals np.arrange 10. So this is the way in Numpy that you create a list of 1 to 10. So if we print that out, of 0 to 9, the first 10 digits. And if we want to take a slice of this, so this is our one-dimensional NumPy array, we can just do the normal indexing that we would do, start at the first element, colon, to the fourth element, and that's going to give us 0, 1, 2, and 3. Again, it's not going to include that last element because it assumes that we go to 1 less than we've asked for. So if we did indeed want it to print 1, 2, 3, 4, we would have to ask for 1 to 5. And we've got negative indexing in NumPy. So let's go from -3 to -1. So it counts backwards. So we've got -1, -2, -3. So it gives you -3, -2. Again, it doesn't give you -1 because it goes to 1 less than the end. And if indeed you did actually want it to go to the end, you would get rid of that number altogether, and just the colon there gives you to the end. And we can print alternate values out. So let's ask for certain second position to the 9th position in steps of 2. So you get 2, 4, 6, 8. And if you just wanted to print every other value in the element in the NumPy array, we would have square brackets. Just don't put those first 2 numbers in the start to the end, and have a 2. That will print you out your alternate values. So there's a few extra things that we can do when we're working with NumPy arrays. We can reverse the order of the elements very easily. So this is very similar to the one that we've just done, because I'm going to do all of them. I could select a slice of those if I wanted, but I'm not going to. And please, can you reverse the order? So you have that as -1, and it runs 9 through to 0. And this gets even more exciting if you want to have the reversed order and every other item. Then we're in the same position, colon, colon, but a -2 this time. And that gives you alternate values in reversed order. And again, you could put numbers in here to select exactly which section of the list you wanted to reverse. So that's slicing in a one-dimensional NumPy array. Let's go for a two-dimensional NumPy array. So x equals np.array, open brackets, set up a random one, and let's go 3 by 3 this time. So 3 rows, 3 columns. That's not going to work, is it? Print out using the twice x, not s, x. And we have our 3 rows and 3 columns. Random floats between 0 and 1. So we sort of index into this. If I want to pick on, let's go with the middle value here. So that's the 0th, that's the first, and then the 0th and first. So that's x11 with square brackets. Getting too much use out of my shift key there. And you can actually see that we've got greater value of digits after the floating point here. So it's truncated it slightly when it's printed out in the array. If we want to take a slice of this, so let's say we want to take the this little bit, the first two and the first two. We specify this in the same way. Open your square brackets, and we want to do everything up to the second element and then everything up to the second element. So that's going to take these two rows and then these two columns. That's a colon there. And if we print that out, we've just taken that first little section there. And if you say wanted to take the entirety of the array, but let's go with alternate columns. So essentially we want that one and we want that one. We're going to cut this middle one out. We can work on our array X. So we want all of these rows, essentially all of these brackets, we want those. But we want alternate columns, and we know that that is doing the 2 colons and the 2. So that's saying let's take everything but only print out alternate ones. So it prints the first one and the third one for you. And if you want to flip the order, you want to rearrange it, we can do that as well. So that's X, same way that we did just with our one-dimensional array. Colon, colon, -1, comma, colon, colon, -1. And that basically takes the value that was here and puts it there, and so on. So it flips everything around, apart from the middle value, which stays in the same place. Okay, so that is how you can slice into our arrays, and it's the same process again. You just need to specify your rows and columns, as we now need to think about them in arrays, our brackets and then the position in the brackets. So when you're ready, our last video in this section, we're going to have a look at how to find a value in an array. I'll meet you there when you're ready.